And I was like, did you get me any cheese? And she's like, oh, I got you cheese. She's got like bags of cheese cubes and then 2 big stacks of like American cheese and then like 2 big ass
freedom cheese. You salute that freedom cheese.
I said, we got a steady supply of government cheese. Now all we need is a van so we can live down by the river.
We'll have plenty of government cheese when we're living in a van down by the river.
Remember when Terry said that to you? That was awesome.
Yeah, I remember that. Do you animals?
Was it because you had like a tongue ring or a nose ring or something?
Probably. I had this one. And I had this one.
Yeah, you had that one. And you had worked, we had both worked there for several months.
And I had these ones. And I had like this, sorry, coronavirus.
Not a sponsor. Oh, look at you.
I had this, it was like a retainer or something. It was just like a little piece of plastic that went in. But when I'd eat lunch, it'd get caught between these 2 teeth and it'd pull it out. And I think I swallowed it.
Oh, God.
So that was the end of that. Oh, crap. I'm dropping the ball here. Here we go.
What'd you fuck up now?
Oh, it wasn't full screen.
Ah, jeez.
Am I backwards to you? Like, are these words backwards?
Nope, they're the correct way.
All right, they're backwards for me.
Yeah, I think mine does that too, but then when you finish it, like, if I put this up here.
Yeah, I can read your words are right to me right now.
Yeah, and see, it looks backwards for me. So I think, also not a sponsor. Fuck these guys. We're getting a new bank. Yeah, it looks backwards to me, but on your end, it looks forwards, so.
Oh, so, all right, well, welcome back, everybody. This is episode 15. You believe we've done 15 of these things?
15 times.
15 times the things. This is we've probably talked more this year than we have since 2008.
No.
Like,
we worked together after that.
Oh yeah, I guess we did work. I mean, probably after Terry's, because we didn't. No, we worked at SGS.
Yeah. After SGS for sure. Because we would like talk and text, and like I'd come up to Denver once in a while, so we'd get dinner and whatnot, but not regularly like this.
Yeah, only for like a couple hours at a time.
Yeah. Yep. A couple hours twice a year if we're lucky.
Well, I have actually got some car news today. Man, I see my glasses are like super reflecty right now. Anyway, sorry.
They're not dirty looking.
I just cleaned them. They're like really...
Ooh, yeah, those are shiny.
Anyway, so I got an email today, and the email said, your order for my parts, there has been a delay. They were supposed to ship the 20th, and they were going to get them the 24th to 26th. Yeah. So it said that they're supposed to ship the 31st, and that they should get them April 4th to April 6th. And I was like, crap, man, they got that engine last week. They're probably just waiting on this clutch to put it in. So I emailed the lady, and I was like, this is what it said. Do you want me to try to order it somewhere else to get it faster? And she said... Actually,
she said, Illinois is closed. Don't bother.
That's what she said. No, she said that should be fine. So leave it the way it is. As of right now, the state of Illinois is crazy with the coronavirus outbreak. Outbreak, and everything has been shutting down. The engine did show up today, and I do have most of the other parts to work on the repairs. However, we are unsure of where our dealership stands throughout all of this. The governor will be making an announcement today at 3 p.m. regarding what businesses in the state will remain open and how long we may have to close. As soon as I know more, then I will be sure to let you know about progress on your vehicle. Sorry for any issues this may cause.
Pretty standard. I keep touching my face. Don't do that, by the way.
So basically, my car is going to get delayed because of coronavirus now. I've been waiting since this happened in November, and now it's going to get delayed again.
Well,
So-
I was going to get a haircut because you see this mop on my head? Ugh. But they closed all the haircut places in Colorado, so I'm not getting a haircut.
That's why I'm wearing a hat, because this is getting out of control.
Getting a little wild.
And I just kind of felt like a hat today. Got this little guy.
Got some flyaways under there.
Little fluffies.
We're all going to have those in a month or two.
Yeah. So that's what's going on with that. Yeah. Man, if I would have just, I don't know, I was fighting with the warranty people, but if I would have just started all this like a month sooner, we could go get it, like right now.
Yeah, but it's just the way the cookie crumbled this year. Everything's messed up. I'm still working, thank goodness. Steph is still working, obviously. You're working, I assume?
Yeah, we had a 1-minute meeting on the way out the door today, and he said that the owner's going to come in Monday and bring us lunch. But basically what he's going to say is he's going to fight this as long as possible to stay open.
Yep.
But if one person in the company gets it, we're automatically down for 2 weeks.
Yep.
2 weeks minimum. Just.
Yeah, that's pretty standard right now. And my shop is a government shop. My views are my own, not of my employer. Disclaimer. We're still working. And I think even if we go into shutdown, shelter in place, I will still be reporting to my place of employment. However, the governor, who is the head of my particular branch of government, they did announce that if you do need to go home for COVID-19, or they shut your workplace down, or somebody at work gets sick and they tell you to go home and shelter in place until you get better, they are paying admin leave, which is same as being at work. Just don't be there. Do you hear my dog in the background?
Yeah, I was like.
Spider. Let me go put him away. He's being a dick. I'll be right back. Hey, bro, we're filming in here. You can't be a big old jerk. Back it up, back it up, back it up, back it up, back it up. Oh, you're both in trouble. Neither one of you is listening. Hold on, Corey.
Okay.
Bailey, get over here. Bailey, what's this? Bailey. Yeah, so at least my boss is doing the right thing, I think, but you can't expect millions of small business owners to do that. So I'm a little nervous. I'm extremely nervous. We're all along for the ride, I guess.
So earlier in the week, Laura said that her work, they are taking volunteers for people who would like to go on furlough, which is basically you're not fired, you can get unemployment, and then you can come back to work when they need you back. You don't have to be rehired.
Job attachment and all that kind of stuff, yep.
Yesterday, was it yesterday or Thursday or Wednesday? They let 9 people go.
Out of how many?
I'm not really sure. Probably, I never asked her. Probably 20. So like half of them.
Yeah.
So then if they needed to get rid of more, then they were going to go by seniority and just start getting rid of people. So then today I got a text from Laura that says, my school is shutting down today. So her daycare is now shut down. So now she's filing for unemployment. Actually, I think she's taking a hot bath and then she's doing it. No, yeah. So when I was coming down here, she was trying to do it, and she said that the site is down for maintenance.
Yeah, people keep crashing it.
So I was like, good luck with that.
Good luck with that. I'm gonna go film my podcast.
Yeah.
Also called Good Luck with That.
Yeah. And yeah. So I'm gonna keep working as long as possible, and she's not working, so I mean she needed to get a new job forever anyway and hasn't done it. But the problem is now there's no jobs to get.
Yeah, it's not the only places hiring are like King Soopers and City Market and those kinds of places all of a sudden, and like random stuff that doesn't pay very well. So it's like I am really happy I decided to stick it out with the government job, because it wasn't for me. I'm still not certain it's for me, but in these times, it's that. That's when times are good, it's really easy to look around at my buddies and my friends all looking at you doing hot rod stuff and looking at my buddies in the oil field making six figures, and I'm like, But now times like this, it's a lot of people are hurting. A lot of skilled trades are hurting. A lot of labor. A lot of everything. It's really scary.
My company could be considered a small business. So
I'm sure it's a small business.
Yeah, I mean, small businesses. I mean, how many breweries are around here in Colorado? Like freaking 300.
Yeah.
You know.
Restaurants, breweries, haircut places. Some of the guys at work, a couple of their wives do haircuts. It's like, I mean, we try to set up our life so that even if Steph and I were both on unemployment, we could pay all our bills. Not that we'd have anything left over, but yeah, it's pretty scary right now.
Well, we're supposed to get those checks from Trump.
Trump checks. Where's
eventually.
my Trump check?
Which I've heard different stories about how much they're going to be.
They haven't passed it yet. Can I get on a soapbox and rant? Because I'm pissed.
Yeah, we don't do that here.
Okay.
All right, go ahead.
Man, these motherfuckers all fucking talking about, Bernie Sanders socialism and Andrew Yang handing out dollar bills and basic income and all this other shit. They're talking, that's socialism. We can't do that. I'm almost pounded the table. I don't want to fuck up my camera, but the first thing they go to is we're going to hand money out. And it's all acceptable now. And I'm not supposed to cash my Trump check because I hate the motherfucker. Fuck all y'all motherfuckers who think that way. What? Are you fucking kidding me? Every democratic idea for boosting the economy and equalizing the economy and making people good, that's the first thing they're going to. And it makes me insane. All these people who blindly beat their Trump drum, blindly. I mean, if politics aside, blindly beating the Trump drum, think he's the greatest thing. That man fucked us. He fucked us raw dog, no lube. He fucked us. They didn't do shit. They knew this was coming. They knew this was coming for months. And they did nothing. He's still downplaying it. Today, which you guys are going to see this on Wednesday. Today is Friday when we're filming. He goes on, or he does a press conference. This might have been yesterday even. I don't remember.
I watched some of it. It was live.
He goes and yells at an NBC reporter for asking for basically he's just asking for a quote like, hey, the American people are scared. What would you say to them right now? Trump tells him how much of a shitty reporter he is and how much NBC sucks. Trump's own show was on NBC. I'm like, fuck this guy. He needs to shut his fucking mouth. He needs to get off the camera. He needs to go behind his desk and shut his big pie hole and choke on a fucking Big Mac. I am so sick of every time that douchebag gets on TV, the fucking market drops another 5 to 10%. Fucking everybody freaks the fuck out. It's like, dude, just shut up. Every time you go on TV, you make an ass of yourself, make an ass of this country. The people who are going to fix this are not Trump. They're not the politicians, whether they pass any bills or not, give us money or not. It's people who are going to keep people alive, people who are going to keep the wheels turning when everybody else is at home. It's 911 operators, it's your first responders, paramedics, firefighters, police officers, nurses, doctors, RNAs, people, anybody in the medical field, even you or I who is helping one person. It's the people in the grocery stores, it's the over-the-road truck drivers delivering the stuff, it's the warehouse workers who you and I are stuck at home waiting for who knows what. They say 2 weeks, but it could be months. It's those people who are going to be the heroes. Those people are going to fix stuff. None of these politicians, none of these talking heads you see on television, they're all idiots. They're all drumming it up. They're all making it worse. It's insane. And the amount of bullshit out there, the amount of people that don't know anything who are put, like, I'm one of them. I'm sorry. I'm probably one of those people, but just shut the fuck up. Like, it's pretty simple. Shut the fuck up. Get your big ass off TV. None of y'all should be on there. Report the facts and the facts only, and let's move on. It's going to suck. It's going to destroy our economy. It's going to destroy, I'm afraid of the amount of suicides that are going to happen, people being locked in their houses. Honestly, yeah. I'm more afraid of that, or the suicides over the next year from the economy taking a shit.
Yeah.
I'm not afraid of COVID-19. Like, that's okay. Yeah, that's a bad deal. Don't get it. You have less than 1% chance of catching it. And if you do catch it, you have less than 1% chance of dying. Okay, my odds, I have bigger odds of getting in a car wreck where I live than that, probably. I'm more worried about the aftermath. I'm not worried about the next 2 months. I'm worried about a year from today. Where are we going to be? And then these senators, I'm getting back on my soapbox. I'm sorry. Corey's like, shut the fuck up. Let me talk. Today they have a report. These senators heard something in January, was it? And a bunch of them go and trade off all their shit, liquidate all their stocks and shit. I'm like, fuck all you two. Whoever did that in that meeting needs to get, as far as I'm concerned. That's fucking ridiculous.
Yeah, I think we need to go buy all the stocks right now. Not right now, but really close to right now. Maybe in like a week.
Sometime when like things kind of settle a little.
But when they're at the lowest, like right now, they're only going to go up. It might crash a little more, but then it's going to go back to where it was.
Yeah.
There were things that I wanted to comment on, and I don't remember what they were. I was completely for Andrew Yang. I was going to vote for him. I mean, the universal basic income, that's a great idea. There's so many, not that they're going to do the right thing with it, but there's so many people around my work every day that are sleeping behind that massage place, the strip mall.
Yeah. They're
sleeping back there. They got crap back there all the time, like air mattresses and shopping carts. And, that could be life and death for those people. I don't know. Maybe it'll help them get going. It was sure as hell helped me. $1,000 a month. That's freaking huge for me.
If I got $1,000 a month and Steph got $1,000 a month, that would pay our mortgage and give us walking around money. I'm not saying, I don't know if that's right 24/7 for every person. I don't think that's right. For people who are down on their luck or can't hold a job, can't get a job, homeless, destitute, sick, whatever, $1,000 could do a lot of good for them. I don't know enough about Andrew Yang to talk about his policy as a whole. But I think there should be, like I've worked at shops that have a guarantee. If you flat rate, you get more, no problem. But there's a minimum floor of this is the amount of money you're going to be able to take home, and
Yeah.
I can survive on that. Not that I'm going to be living high on the hog, not that I'm going to have fancy truck and new phone and all this other crap, but I can do a basic shitty apartment, bus fare, or a cheap shitty car, whatever you're, like out here, there's no fucking bus, but a cheap shitty car that runs most of the time. I'm a mechanic, I can fix, like basic things that you have to have in order to start out your life. Yeah, you're not going to have an iPhone with the fancy camera and all that shit. You're going to have a flip phone. It's going to be a track phone that you buy your $20 card just in case, and that's what you got. I don't know how to fix the world. I don't. It's a scary place today. It was really not so bad 2 weeks ago, and it's a scary fucking place right now.
Oh, I remember what else I was going to say. Back when they first saw that it got out of Wuhan, I remember telling Laura they need to shut the airplanes down right now because it's going to come back here. It's going to get here no matter what. Mm-hmm. And I compared it to, there's this game, I don't know if you've heard of it, called
Contagion?
Plague Inc.
Oh, Plague, yeah.
You can get it on, it's like you can get it on mobile too. But that's basically how it gets around. When you see ships going back and forth, see planes going back and forth, eventually it gets around the whole. I mean, like I've seen this in the game before. Like I'm a guy that paints cars and plays video games, and I know that.
Yep.
And now that it's here, they're like, "Oh, let's shut the airplanes down."
Oh, how did it get here? We were testing people. Zoink, Scoops. No, fuck all you.
They need to shut down the whole country right now. Yep. Everybody go home for a minimum of 2 weeks.
Minimum.
And then in order to come back to work, that'll give us time to get tests, right? So in order to come back to work, you get tested, and then if you're okay, you can go back to work. So maybe. But I mean, just shut it all down now. We're waiting. They shut California down today, and maybe Pennsylvania.
Illinois shut down today.
Illinois, did they actually do it? That
New York.
Email.
New York is basically shut down. Rhode Island, I think, is. Yeah, there's a bunch of places that they basically said shelter in place unless you need groceries or medicine.
Well, it got here a week or two after California, so we're going to be a week or two behind. Yep. So in that time, how many more people is it going to infect in 2 weeks when we could just shut it down right now?
Or in one more week. I mean, so, oh man, I'm conflicted. I want to shut it all down. But you need people to make those tests and make the kits and mail them and ship them. You need the shipping infrastructure so those people can't stay home. It doesn't work that good if everybody doesn't stay home, though. That's the thing. Like, law enforcement will be out, and medical professionals and all that. Like my job. My job is not essential right now. Yes, I get over the course of months, my job would be essential. Over the course of 2 weeks, there's not a weather event. What I do is non-essential. I think a lot of employers, a lot of industry, a lot of government bodies are going to have to look at what is and is not truly essential.
Essential in a week compared to 2 weeks compared to a month. Because
if I was not there to do my job, I could not repair the equipment. The roads would not be maintained. They could not. Eventually, stuff would be broken. They couldn't plow. They couldn't do this. They couldn't do that. Yes.
Well, we just got a snowstorm last night, and then it snowed today.
Oh, yeah.
There was like 5 inches of snow this morning. So, I mean, they had to have plows out last night.
Plow operators, 100% essential. They need to be able to come in, clear the roads so that people can move around, products can move around, those kits can be shipped, food can be shipped, that kind of thing. 110%. I'm not claiming that those people are not essential. Those people are 100% essential if it's snowing. Mm-hmm. And in places like Denver, where there's traffic and stuff constantly, you need to be somewhat fairly well staffed. Some of
them here are on call too. I mean, like I know a guy that only plows when they need them.
Yeah, we do have. They do have some of those. I can't speak for the company. These are my thoughts and not the company's thoughts. Double fisting, yeah.
It's the same one. There was just a little bit left.
Oh, I thought
Nitro
you had
cold
one
brew.
in one hand and one in the other. Nice. But what I do is not essential. On a clear day, you can have minimal staffing. Put everybody on admin leave for 2 weeks. Snowstorm's coming. There's that 1 or 2 people around that starts calling saying, hey, snow's coming. You need to be here this time to this time. Blah, 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 blah. Figure it out. But what I do on the daily is truly not essential for 2 weeks. Because we're bringing equipment in. It's sitting for 3 days before I even look at it. Before I even look at the piece of equipment, it's sitting.
Mm-hmm.
So, fine. Piece of equipment comes in. They park it. They call me. Hey, it parked at 3:15 p.m. on Monday. You need to be here at 4 o'clock Wednesday to start figuring out what we need and get the parts coming. No problem. 110%. I'll be there. Yes, I'm going to have to be flexible in my schedule. I get that. I'm very flexible. The rest of the time, my big ass doesn't need to be there. The big ass, most of the guys in the shop don't need to be there. We have a couple pieces of equipment down. If it's something we can get parts for, turn it over and kick it out, let's do it. Otherwise, it goes back outside, it gets parked, we order the parts.
There's another thing right there. What if you can't get parts?
And
if they're not shipping them?
Well, that's what I mean. Like, you can't shut everything down.
Yeah. When I say shut it all down, I guess I mean everything except for, medical people, they're kind of screwed. They're going to have to be there no matter what.
Yes.
If worse came to worse, they could take you and me and put us in maintenance for fleet vehicles that they need.
Yeah. I'd happily go down to the fire department and work on ambulances that are breaking down. No problem.
Like me painting rich guys' cars right now is not essential, but I can just as easily take my toolbox over to wherever and fix ambulances or whatever.
Yeah. Or fix pickup trucks that are carrying test kits around or whatever the need would be. And so it's a slippery slope, right? You start saying, oh, well, this is essential. Well, that's essential. Something I think everybody can agree on, even you, and you're a gamer, right? You're a gamer. That's fair. I think we can all admit that. I saw, what's that video game store?
GameStop?
GameStop, yeah. I read an article on Yahoo today. GameStop thinks that during the California shutdown, they need to stay open. They are an essential service.
Nobody goes to GameStop anymore anyway.
I'm a non-gamer, and I know they're a ripoff. So I bought an N64 because I wanted some vintage throwback gaming, and I went there. They wanted $80 for a Mario Kart, and I was like, yeah, no. Yeah. But
do you have an N64 now?
What?
Do you have an N64 that works?
Yes, I have 2.
No way.
And a GoldenEye.
2?
Yeah. And Mario Kart and GoldenEye. Yeah, do something.
I don't think you need anything else for that.
No, I'll be fine. And a 100-inch projector. I have to sit really far back. Even my couch is too close for that because the graphics are so low resolution. It hurts my eyes. I can only do it for like an hour.
The farther back you sit, the better the resolution is.
Yeah. So it's kind of too big. I need to figure out like a way to like half size it on my screen or something, but that's for another day. So these goofball motherfuckers told their employees to report through the shutdown in California. Fuck GameStop too. Fuck them. We're going to have to put like a disclaimer at the beginning of this one. Brian's angry.
It's going to say, it's going to be called trigger warning.
Trigger warning. The Wookiee got triggered. Yes, I am triggered. I am pissed off. I'm not scared of this shit. I am nervous. I'm not going to lie. I'm nervous of the fallout after the fact 6 months from now. But I'm more pissed than anything else.
GameStop has been going down for a long time because everybody downloads their games now. Plus, GameStop's always been a ripoff. They give you like $2 for your trade-ins. They charge too much for used games. Yep. Gwen and I went in there a little while ago just to see, because they were supposed to have like cool collectible stuff now, like
Yeah, kind of like Hot
toys.
Top stuff.
So we went in there and they didn't really have anything I wanted, so we didn't go back. They've been going down for a while. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I haven't bought a real game since PlayStation 3 days. Like, fuck, I don't even remember.
I had a PlayStation 1, I think it was called. It was basically the OG console, but they put it in a new piece of plastic. You remember those?
Yeah.
They were white. I had one of those. I had an N64 when I was a kid. I had Banjo-Kazooie. I couldn't get past like the third level, and I was stupid. I hated it.
They remade that, I think, Banjo-Kazooie. I think that's what it was. I don't know. Like remastered it or something. No, it was like it's a new game. Anyway, they redid Crash Bandicoot too, if you ever played that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I did see they were doing an N64 GoldenEye with high resolution graphics, and I was like, hell yeah, I would play the shit out of that with good graphics.
There's 3 games that I've ever played on N64. There was GoldenEye. We played the crap out of that. That was like the first person shooter on consoles that I remember.
Yeah.
And then it was Super Mario 64. And it was amazing because it was 3D and not just side scroller.
Yep.
And then my one friend had this game called Pilot Wings. And it was just kind of cool because you could fly around and stuff. And I'd never really seen much like that.
We had Star Fox. You remember Star Fox? You never played Star Fox?
I don't think I played it. I know the game, though. I've heard of it.
I never owned it, but I played it at somebody's house. And then Wave Race. We have Wave Race.
I played that in the arcade all the time.
Yeah. And you're like bombing around on little wave runners in this like 3D island. It's kind of crazy.
There's an arcade in the Peru Mall in Illinois still.
Huh?
When I was there, it was called Tilt.
Yeah, I remember Tilts. Yeah, there's a bunch of them.
And then they had a bunch of those claw machines, but they did have a few games in there still. In Thanksgiving last year.
What's Claw from? Is that from Liar Liar?
What's what?
Claw.
Oh yeah. No. Yeah.
Something scary.
Yeah, it's definitely Jim Carrey. I think it is Liar Liar. Yeah, because it's his kid.
Yeah.
With his ex-wife. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know. I just didn't want to talk about Trump the whole time. Sorry. Squirrel.
I listened to it, a part of it, because it was live streaming on YouTube while I was masking stuff. And I heard him say to the reporter, he said something like, there's too many of you people in here. We can only have 10 people in here. There's like 300. You guys need to leave. He's like, honestly, I only like 3 people in here. Anyway, the rest of you can leave. That's the part I heard.
Yeah, he went on NBC anchor, not Jake Tapper, but some other guy. He told him how much NBC sucks and he's a shitty reporter and all this other stuff. And everybody in the room was like, you didn't know. The doctor dude, so they have that doctor that's their like pandemic response guy who stands next to Trump. At one point during the presser, he literally face palms on stage next to Trump. He just like, my blood boils. Can we talk about something fun? Fuck this COVID-19. We're gonna be fine.
I gotta say that it's fun listening to him talk. Because he's always going to say something stupid.
It's fun listening to him talk if it didn't tank the stock market every time. Like 3 laughs are not worth what's happening to the economy.
Yeah. What else is going on? Last time we talked about how we were about to go raid the grocery stores. I guess that has to do with all this too.
Yeah.
But just
go.
I took some videos and some pictures. There was no meat, no rice, no potatoes, no flour, no sugar, no toilet paper, no paper towels, no milk.
Nope.
No water.
No eggs. No pasta.
No pasta.
No
So
canned
basically, there were a few, but we just had to kind of pick through things and find some stuff that we thought we could make into food.
Yep.
I did find 4 cans of corned beef hash, so I got those and I ate 2 of them
Yeah.
already. uh, and then just a bunch of random crap. We're just like, well, I guess we can eat this and make it into some type of food. And then
I went. Go ahead. Sorry.
we went to a second grocery store that night to look for stuff that we couldn't get. We got more stuff, so we ended up with probably more than we would have gotten on a normal grocery store day.
Yeah.
But random stuff, like not our normal stuff. So we didn't know what we were getting and what to do with it.
Yeah. You just kind of bought some stuff that you thought you could do something with. I did that Tuesday. I went because we have stores. I have Spam and I have instant potatoes that you make with just water, so you don't even need milk. It's awesome.
Ooh,
Yeah.
the freaking eyes are wiggly. They're like it's freaking out.
Because you're stressed out of your fucking gourd. I get that sometimes.
It's been happening this whole week.
Yeah, it's because you're stressed out of your gourd. So I went Tuesday. I went to 2 stores. I got some stuff at one. Then I went to Walmart, the Big Blue Devil, and I was lucky enough to find a pork shoulder and a whole pork loin. So I got maybe 15 pounds of pork, which most people are like, what the fuck are you going to do with that much pork? So I have a plan. Because that's all I could find. It was that or turkeys, and I was like, well, I can do a turkey, but that's gonna take some doing. Or I get pork shoulder, which I have good barbecue pulled pork shoulder recipes, and I have carnitas, or the wife has carnitas, which primo.
I think we're gonna have to get a hold of you when we smoke some pork, because she got like 2 of these pork loins. They were like freaking. She cut them in half. They were so big.
Whole loin, like 10
Oh
pounds.
yeah,
Yeah.
they were like
that's what I got.
15.
That's
They're like
what I-
$15 each or something.
Oh man, I paid $25 for one. It was a 10-pounder, but yeah.
I
was
don't think
pissed.
it wasn't 10 pounds. But we got a whole bunch of that stuff, and we were gonna smoke it last week, and well, now it freaking snowed and it's 30 degrees.
Yeah.
So I guess we're not gonna smoke it this weekend. But
That's what I did. Do you like pork carnitas, tacos, and green chili?
yeah,
I will send you literally the recipe we just did tonight. Whoa.
Laura
Whoa.
made a really good green chili, but she didn't know what she was doing. So I'm sure that we'd be interested in seeing another one. Yes, we need those.
I'll send those. So we did the carnitas today. We did half of one of those pork loins, which was like 5 pounds. Oh my God. I have 2 of those big, like quart-sized Tupperwares full, plus dinner for tonight, which I didn't eat light because it was fresh and delicious. And I still haven't put away the green chili. It's huge. There's probably like 2 gallons of green chili in there.
I want some.
Now there's probably a gallon because I ate it all, but it was on freaking point. So I found that, which I was super stoked about. I think people were intimidated or scared of it because like a whole pork loin, meh. And I found that pork shoulder. So I grabbed both of those and I was like, I can eat probably for at least 2 weeks off of these 2 pieces of meat alone. But I couldn't find tortillas and we didn't have any. I had no tortillas. So I got home Tuesday afternoon and I put my food away, and I was like, cool, I'm doing good. And a lady on Facebook, there's a area Facebook page out here in where I live in Durango. I live on the dry side of Durango, so there's like a smaller local country one. And this lady was asking for eggs, and I was like, well, I don't have any eggs. But I did see them stocking them today. So she's like, all right, I'll send my husband there to where you were. I was like, awesome. So then I put under there, like we kind of started a thread of what people needed and what people had. And I was like, I need tortillas. Like I have everything to make a meal. I just need tortillas to put the carnitas on. And the same lady who needed eggs was like, I have tortillas. So that was awesome. I did bring her 6 eggs, even though I didn't have a lot of eggs to get rid of. I don't like eggs and Steph does, so I traded the egg.
I traded your eggs for Spam.
Oh, she would kill me.
Does she know about the Spam yet?
I told her about the Spam. She wasn't watching these. I was mad, and I was like, "Why are you watching my show?" She's like, "Because you tell me all these stories already, and I don't want to watch your show and hear the same story. I was like, all right, fair enough.
Yeah.
So I showed her the Spam, and she's like, what am I going to eat? I said, I don't know, but if you get hungry enough, there's Spam here. So she kind of freaked out. She's like, it's fucking gross. Get it out of my house. I'm like, no, this is what we're going to live on. We're going to barter.
Yeah.
So
that's why I need to make some beer so I have something to barter with.
Yeah.
I got a keg of hard cider, but it's been unhooked from the CO2 for like a month now. And
it's flat. My
CO2 tank was leaking. And I took it back and got another one, and that one leaked empty too. So I think it's my one of my gauges, like it fell over and got smashed. So I think it's leaking out of there. Sorry, go ahead.
No, you're good. So yeah, I haven't tapped into the Spam yet, so I think we're okay.
I got first I got a story about that real quick. That I was listening to Joe Rogan today, and those guys were fucking baked. Holy crap. It was him and another comedian, and he was wearing, the other comedian was wearing a full ghillie suit and a mask and sunglasses. Joe Rogan was wearing an orange NASA, like a space suit. They were so high. Anyway, the guy was talking about how his wife around their community, they called it like a mommy hotline or something. Anyway, it was like someone would say, hey, we need diapers. And someone would say, hey, I got some diapers. You know, they would, and then leave it on the front porch of the person's house so they could get what they need. Kind of like what you were talking about with the eggs. Goddamn wiggly eye. Another tortilla story. So Laura's work had to get rid of all the perishable stuff.
Yeah.
And they would just throw it away. So she was like divvying it out between the people. So we got 2 of these things of yogurt. My screen's not big enough. They're like this big, and there's like a plastic pouch of yogurt. And I was like, did you get me any cheese? And she's like, oh, I got you cheese.
Nice.
She's got like bags of cheese cubes, and then 2 big stacks of like American cheese, and then like 2 big ass
freedom cheese. You salute that freedom cheese.
I said, we got a steady supply of government cheese. Now all we need is a van so we can live down by the river.
We'll have plenty of government cheese when we're living in a van down by the river.
And then she got like 4 bundles of bananas and a big pack of tortillas.
Oh,
so
wow,
we got a whole bunch of stuff. Salad.
I wish dairy didn't hate me, because I love dairy. I want real cheese again.
Yeah, me too, except Laura didn't test positive for celiac, so that means that I probably have it.
Oh, son of a bitch.
Which kind of makes sense, because we ate a whole bunch of pasta one night, and then the next morning I had kind of
massive diarrhea.
Well, what we like to call here is squirty poop. You should hear Will. Mommy, I got squirty poop. And I haven't kept a food diary or anything, and I don't even do the calorie tracker anymore, but I'm thinking that it's having something to do with it. Well, we just ate pizza from Papa Murphy's before I started this again, so we'll see how I feel in the morning.
Yeah. Cheese, I think, was my downfall. And also bell peppers, fajitas, man, my stomach hurts real bad. That's the worst thing.
I'm wondering about peppers. I've been wondering about peppers for a few years now, because I used to eat super spicy stuff, and I loved it. I ate it all the time. And then I started getting heartburn where I had to take like Prevacid every day in the morning. I just take it no matter what.
Yeah.
So I kind of got off of those after I talked to the chiropractor lady, and she's like, oh, that's really bad. You shouldn't do that. So I got off of those, and I've been pretty good. I've been really good on heartburn for a long time now.
Good.
For a while. Except it seems like it's not the spice. It's even if we eat like a green pepper, then I'll still get heartburn later.
So bell peppers, I was reading, still have capsaicin in them, even though they're not spicy. which I'm not sure if it's just different capsaicin or what, but let me tell you, I ain't eating no more fucking bell peppers. No, I'm done. Did 2 experiments. I'm done.
Well, those are considered nightshades, right? I think 'cause when Laura was doing her elimination diet to figure out what she was allergic to, there's a whole category called nightshades, which is potatoes, eggplants, peppers, stuff like that. So what you do with that diet is basically all you're eating is salad with no dressing. And then you add one thing in, like nightshades. And then for 3 meals, you eat all that for every meal, in every meal, like peppers and potatoes and everything. And then the next day, you go back to take that away. So just salad again, and that's it. And you see how your body reacted to it. And that's how we figured out she was allergic to corn and rice. Like really bad to corn. Not quite as bad to rice.
I have to try it sometime.
Well, it's so hard to do because you have to look at the ingredients of everything you buy.
Yep.
Because corn is corn. It's corn syrup. It's high fructose corn syrup. It's dextrose.
It's in everything.
It's modified food starch is also corn starch. So we learned a lot about that stuff. Also with Will being celiac, like maltodextrin is made from malt, which is grain. So he can't have that. So we got to check for that and everything.
Yep.
Holy crap. Also, well, I listened to a lot of podcasts at work. Oh, they had this nutritionist lady, Dr. something, Rhonda something, on Joe Rogan. And holy crap, the stuff that she talked about you have to have these things in your diet or else you die. I don't even know. I just been buying whatever I could afford for years. Holy crap, man. There's so much stuff. I don't even know. But I would recommend that one if you want to learn something about some stuff to eat and stuff to do. She said a lot. It was like 3 hours long. A lot of good information in there.
I'll have to start listening to that, but I can't even hardly listen to the Dale Jr. download at work without some jerk off interrupting me. So
yeah, it's kind of hit or miss. If I'm masking a car all day, I'm good. But a lot of times people will come up and start talking to me. So I'll have to shut it off so I can listen to them. And someone will be making a bunch of noise, or I'll be using a DA and it's really loud and I can't hear it, so I'll shut it off. Yeah. So sometimes I can listen to 8 hours of podcasts in a day, and sometimes I only get an hour.
I have little earbuds that slip in and kind of like that, but no wires. And they're pretty good at blocking noise out. I use them when I'm doing loud shit so I don't have to listen.
Did you ever see that?
That's crazy. They're like race car driver ones.
Yeah, it's the same. It's the same ones they wear. So the lady poured the stuff in my ear.
Oh.
And that's what my ear hole looks like. I guess it's really, really big. It's squishy too, a little bit.
Why? How did you get those?
The lady from Ear Everything, not a sponsor, but I'll put a link to their website in the description. She came to the shop because she was making new ones for the road crew.
Oh. And
the drivers wear them. They always put them in their mouth.
Yeah.
I don't do that. I've never done that. Like, And I was like, yeah, I want some of those because my body shop manager had some, and he has little tiny ear holes. It's funny. And he's like, yeah, these are the best things ever. So I was like, yeah, I want some, and I heard they might be $200, and I'm like, okay. When am I going to have the chance to do this again? So I did it, and then I remember when they came in, my manager walked up to me, and he's like, here you go. Don't worry about it. And it had my name on it, came in a little bag.
You're like a professional now. So
they were probably $200, and the shop paid for them. But twice now I've had to send them in, and they'll keep these things, but they'll replace the speaker and all the wires.
Yeah.
It's $75. One time this broke off from this, and another time the cat chewed through the cord. But I got this little package that looked like this, and they and they came in that, and then here's the place.
Look at that. Where's she from? Where are they at?
I don't know. She's an audiologist.
Audiologist?
Audiologist. I don't know where they are. It doesn't say on here.
Oh. I wonder if Boston's an audiologist. Because he's an audiologist. Get it? But I'm bummed. And I'll see myself out. Thank you.
Oh, that Boston. I get it now.
Boston. Because he works on Audis.
Simpson.
Audiologist.
Audi. Huh.
He's like, I hate you guys. Shut the fuck up.
Well, tell him I need a damn engine for a 2012 Golf R.
He's going to be like, hi, you dumb bastard. Why did you buy that?
Well, because I can't afford an Audi like some people.
Yeah, neither can I. It's okay. Fucking bust. Come on, Simpson.
What were we talking about? Oh, ears. Listen to stuff at work. Yeah, I listen to a lot of stuff. Laura has the Amazon, not a sponsor, Echo earbuds, the wireless Bluetooth ones. I got them for Christmas. And they just quit working the other day. And they had a red blinky light. And it says that means there's an error.
Uh-oh.
So now, like, what do you do now? You have to put them back in the mail, send them back, probably wait to get new ones. And now there's no mail and there's no Amazon. I guess Amazon. Oh, I did hear, though, that Jeff Bezos, the guy that owns Amazon, the richest man in the damn world, he is, like, his employees, he's making them all work, right? And the ones that need to take time off, the other employees can donate their paid time off to those employees.
Oh, how nice of that fucking dude. Eat a dick, Jeff Bezos.
He's like hundreds of billions of dollars in error.
Well, so I'm going to get back on my soapbox. My leader, not the governor, but somewhere in between, she posted and sent an email out. Well, she didn't actually send the email out. Her assistant did, I'm assuming. She shared an email of what she's doing to stop the COVID-19 outbreak, working from home. The group I work for is based all over the great state of Colorado. Almost, I would say at least 80% of the people that work at my branch of the government work in the field. What I mean by that is they do not work in an office. They do not work on a computer. Yes, we use computers to track our time and to do research, but we work in the field. We work in shops. We work in trucks. We work in equipment. We work on the roads. We can't do our job from home.
Yeah.
Actually, I could. If they brought a truck here, I probably have more tools than we have in our regular shop for the most part. But
I quit buying tools.
Yeah, I did too, but I still have more tools than I have at work. I can't work from home. I even told my boss, I'll work from home. But have the trucks dropped at my house, I'll do it here. Nope, can't do that. Okay.
Yeah, I can see that.
But my boss's boss sends an email talking about doing her part by working from home. And I just wanted to be like, shut the fuck up. Don't send this shit ever again. You don't have the slightest idea what we're doing. You don't have the slightest clue what's happening in your workforce. Yeah, the engineering side, they work in offices. They can work from home. No big deal. All of our leadership, I use that term very loosely, they can probably work from home. I can't work from home. Someone's calling me from Freeport, Illinois. Nope. Decline.
Maybe they're calling about my car.
I doubt it.
No, Freeport's too. It's not the same place.
I think it's a fake number and they want to talk to me about something. Probably give me a free COVID-19 test. Just need your social security number.
I got a call 2 nights ago, and it was like, "This is your Colorado governor. We're going to call you back tomorrow at 6:45 to talk about coronavirus." And then he never called. And that was it. And then it ended. That's all it was. Just a recorded message. And then he never called the next day.
That's weird. Oh, you know what? I think Colorado Winds did a town hall someday this week where you could call in a telephone town hall with the governor, which Colorado Winds is the new union representative for Colorado employees. So they passed some laws last year. I think it went into effect on January 1. Basically, state employees have the right to unionize and do a bunch of other stuff. I don't know a lot about it. Again, I don't speak for the company or Colorado Winds. They left me a voicemail. I'll have to see what they said. I don't speak on behalf of any of those people, but yeah, they are apparently my quit petting your rat tail. They are apparently my union representation, and they're going to have a phone call with the governor, and I'm over it. I don't want to hear any more politicians blow smoke up my ass.
I don't like it.
I don't enjoy politicians lying to me and giving me the bullshit. Do you have anything good to happen this week?
I was just gonna tell another story, but I'm like, man, that has to do with this too. There's like nothing going on, and no one's doing or talking about anything other than that has to do with this. What else is going on?
We're talking about NASCAR. They canceled NASCAR for 7 weeks, 7 races. I think there's an off week in there somewhere for Easter, so 8 weeks. They did a charity race on iRacing last weekend. And this weekend they're televising, which this will be out Wednesday. So they televised the race Sunday, but it was iRacing. So it's a computer simulation for those who don't follow. They're getting a bunch of really famous race car drivers. Dale Jr.'s racing again. Hell yeah.
Oh, okay. I saw it said invitational. That's what that probably means, that they're having – it's not just everybody that was going to race in the race.
Yeah, so – Dale Jr. is super big into sim racing and iRacing. He does a lot of that. So he's part of it. A lot of the iRacing, there's like people who professionally iRace. I didn't know this. But they have like sponsors and people fund them and they race a season. So they're doing this invitational. They're going to televise it. They got announcers. They got the graphics are really good. Like if you're just flipping channels, you probably wouldn't know it wasn't a real race. Mm-hmm. It's pretty cool. I wish I had FS1 so I could watch it. I'm sure it'll be on YouTube or something at some point. But
yeah, we can log in as somebody else that does have it, because even when we had basic cable, we couldn't watch basic regular Fox on theirs. I had to log in as me to watch regular, but I had to log in as them to watch FS1 or NBCSN. But yeah, I heard him talking about that last week, but I never heard that they actually did it. That's cool that they're going to do it like in place of the normal race.
Yeah.
I thought about doing that, but I need to get like a freaking steering wheel and stuff.
You need a race seat. You got the earplugs though. You could totally. You can't see it.
I want to get a steering wheel and pedals anyway, because
you should have stolen a seat out of one of the cars. That would have been cool.
I got into playing Gran Turismo for a while.
Ooh.
And then I was like, man, I need a steering wheel because it sucks. It really sucks trying to steer with this. Because you're like, you can't really get it right. And anyway.
Well, maybe when I get a fancy computer, we'll do some iRacing or something.
Well, I found a good steering wheel and pedals for like, I don't remember. It was like $350. It was like a good one, but not a super badass one.
Yeah, we could build like little simulators. We could get seats from Summit Racing or JC Whitney.
Well, I need a frame actually to mount the pedals and the steering wheel too. Like sitting here on this, I could mount the pedals to the bottom of my table, and I could mount the steering wheel up here. which might work, but if you're really getting into it, but the iRacing costs money, like a monthly thing.
It's a subscription based thing, I believe. Yep.
And I don't know that I'm good enough at video game racing to be doing that. But
well, that's why you gotta build a simulator and get your race suit on. You got your ear dealies. You just need a helmet, some gloves, a fire suit.
I know where you can get some helmets. There's a whole bunch of them in the office at Furniture Row.
Let's go get them.
Not a sponsor.
Don't steal from Barney. Barney's actually also Toyota's not a sponsor.
Not a sponsor again.
Barney's a good dude. Let's not steal from Barney. We could ask him kindly for some helmets.
He'd probably let us borrow them, like, or if we gave him something like collateral that we were going to bring him back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're probably sweaty and smell like Martin Truex, though, in all fairness. Yeah.
Oh, that's got to be so bad sweating in those cars for 3 or 4 hours.
Pissing yourself.
Martin said he never peed in his car.
Yeah, well, they all say that.
He said.
Yeah, and then it comes back and you guys cut it up, and while you're cutting it up, you're like, ah.
When I first...
You ever cut bare steel that's got something on it? It stinks so bad, no matter what it is. But I had some steel that somebody spilled like a soda on or something. Just the residue of it. It was like clean, washed off. And every time I cut it, it smelled like burning sugar.
Oh, yeah.
It was weird.
When I first started there in 2017, my boss told me that all the drivers have catheters.
Yeah, no, they don't.
I mean, you'd have to get one like every week.
Nope. Things that don't happen for 100, Alec. Yeah, no, they piss themselves. Why do you think some of those guys, when they win, the first thing you do is crack open like a Powerade or beer or whatever's there and pour it in their lap? Keep themselves.
Yeah, no, it's beer. It's Powerade. I didn't. Yeah, it's not.
They got their suit like halfway open and they drink like one swig and then pour the rest down their shirt. Not because they're warm, ladies and gentlemen. It's pee. They're rinsing the piss out. I'd hate to be the guy who has to fix the seat after that.
I don't know. I never touched. Well, the cars would come with like the seat shell.
Yeah, but not
and then
the foam.
they'd put the foam in the inside in later. So I don't know.
Oh, I got a good story, not COVID-19 related. So there's this one guy at work. He's an odd duck. I work with a lot of odd ducks, in all fairness. Basically, everybody who's a mechanic is weird. So he pulls in a truck after going on a test drive, and a squad car pulls in right behind him. And we're like, oh, fuck, what'd he do? We're waiting. And they kind of pull up behind him, then they pull up to the driver's door because we got a really big lot in like our bays and stuff. We're like, oh shit, tase him. We're being our jackass selves because we're mechanics. We never take anything serious. And they were there to investigate some homeless people living behind the shop, but it was fucking hilarious. And the guy, when the cops pulled up behind him, he was wigging out. He was like, his eyes were like this big. He was like, he got out of the truck so fast and came to the door to show them where they needed to go that he left the door on his truck wide open and like all sorts of shit like that. Is hilarious.
Left it in gear.
The best part is this guy, before I started, actually got arrested leaving the shop one day after work.
Good job.
He had a race car. And he did a big burnout in the parking lot and then a big burnout on the highway, and the state troopers cuffed him and stuffed him.
I remember working in Walmart. I think Dykeman came in there for maybe he's getting tires. I remember his car being in there and he's like, man, it was in the winter and he was trying to get going on the ice and he was stuck.
Yeah.
And he just kind of slowly started going. He's like, man, they freaking pulled me over for exhibition of speed and gave me a ticket for spinning my tires on the ice.
Yeah, well, he didn't. He didn't have much of a filter.
No. He probably mouthed off to the cop.
Yeah.
I got pulled over, and then he in Laramie in the morning, and he held me until I was late,
What a dick.
and then let me go. So I had 2 tardies the whole time I was there. That was one of them, and the other one was when there was a freaking blizzard, and at lunch I had to go up to Checker to get parts,
Yep.
and I was like 2 minutes late coming back from getting parts in the blizzard. So those were my 2 tardies, no absences.
I missed one day with food poisoning, and it was my last quarter. I think you might have already moved.
Yeah, I think I was gone when you were still going.
Yeah, I was in trim and upholstery, and I had food poisoning, and it was terrible. I woke up in East Laramie one morning in my apartment at like 12 minutes to 7, and I think we started at 7. And I hauled ass all the way across town and made it to Street Rod on time, like sliding sideways into my seat, and the bell rings, and I'm like, yeah! My
Do
hair's
something.
all like, because I worked a 40-hour-a-week job, went to school 40 hours a week, and yeah, I was making bad life choices mostly. And yeah, I made it there. The boss is or the not the boss. Well, kind of the boss. The teacher was like, "Barely made it, Mr. Erickson." I was like, "I fucking made it, didn't I?"
Yeah, this place was like, you weren't late. You shaved every day.
I didn't have
And
to
they
shave.
would-
I couldn't grow anything then.
I think I shaved like twice a week,
Yeah,
like Monday and Thursday.
yeah. Like this would be out of the question. Never.
You could have
Never.
sideburns to the bottom of your ear, which I still keep before I started doing this.
Yep.
But they would check you. You'd come into school and they would do it like instructor on both sides, and you would walk through and they'd inspect, and then you could move on.
Yep.
And if you didn't shave, then they made you go. You could buy a razor at the store, like
they
a
were-
one blade,
Yeah.
like a one blade Bic, and go in the bathroom and shave. Or you could take points off of your grade or something.
Yeah, it was something. I don't think I was shaving like ever then, so it wasn't a big deal. I was only
Start
17.
shaving
I
yet.
think like ball barely had dropped. Don't spit up. Yeah, it was interesting. I had to go home in EMS before we met you because I caught my jeans on a workbench and ripped a big hole in them. And I was like, "Can I go change?" And they're like, "Change what?" I'm like, "My pants." And they're like, "Why?" I'm like, "Because I got a big rip in them. I caught them on a vice."
Because I pooped them.
Oops, I pooped them. And the instructor, Mark Mooseman, what are you doing?
I didn't like that guy very much.
Oh, he was awesome.
I don't know.
He made me turn around and show him, and like my whole pocket of these jeans I was wearing was pulled off. And I was like, and he's like, "How far away do you live?" I'm like, "This is my address. It'll take me 8 minutes to get there, 8 minutes to get back, and 4 minutes to change." He's like, "Go on break." Break was coming, like the 15-minute break or whatever we got. And if you're not back in time, I won't give you a tardy, but make it happen. Fucking made it happen.
I guess I can't say I didn't like him. That's not. I remember, didn't he let some kids take his Mitsubishi Galant?
No.
I wasn't in EMS with you.
No, but that's not Mark Mooseman. I know who that is. That was the chassis fab guy. Remember?
No, it was definitely over in automotive. It's a red-haired guy.
Yeah, Mark Mooseman was like tall, blonde hair. He did have a mustache, an awesome mustache.
Oh, that was someone else then.
He was pretty skinny. The guy you're talking about, yeah, that guy was weird. Like, I'm pretty sure he was fucking some techers.
I think his name was Mark also. I think that's because
Yeah, but no, he was a different guy. I know who you're talking about. He was
okay. That's who I was thinking about. But he let some couple kids take his car to go get parts or something. And I guess it had an adjustable boost control, and they cranked it up and they burned the pistons or something.
Yeah, he's like, I have a Galant GL4 or some
Yeah,
bullshit. Fancy
that
Galant.
was-
And I was like, so? Cool story, bro.
I didn't even know what that was.
Weirdo. He was really weird into it. Didn't he have a Samurai too?
Yeah, I think.
I think
Yeah.
that guy had like a Samurai on like 40s.
Yeah.
He was a weird dude. He gave me a creepy vibe. Oh man. He creeped me out. I'm pretty sure he was fucking some techers.
That freaking eye is wiggly. It's like
You're stressed, brother. You gotta like do a tree pose.
They're wiggling.
Mine are?
Mine are. Oh, I'm not looking at yours. I was looking.
Oh,
at
I
mine.
can see yours. That's freaky, bro. Your eyes are like really heavy looking though. You're not sleeping much, are you?
I got 8 hours. Like Tuesday night, as far as my watch said. Yeah, no, it's been like 6 to 7 probably.
That's not terrible.
The last at least 7 days, and then one night I got 8 hours.
Yeah.
But
I earlier this week I was not sleeping good. And Wednesday I came home early from work. I came at like 10. And everybody made coronavirus jokes, and I was like, I have a migraine, so fuck yourself. And I came home. I hit the bed at like 10:30. I woke up at 1:30 in the afternoon.
whoa,
Amazing. I went too long on my injectable because there were some issues and obviously the pandemic. So I got my injectable Wednesday and I did it, and I haven't had a headache since. Well, I had a little one last night, but that was just whatever. Yeah, I was supposed to go 4 weeks, and I went like 4.5, almost 5, and my body did not like that one bit.
yeah. Well, I usually stay up too late Friday and Saturday night, which I don't think I'm gonna do tonight.
Doing cocaine.
And then, man, yeah, it was just like, yeah, I couldn't get to sleep. And then Laura would wake me up when she got up at 5, like an hour before I'm getting up. So then I lost time there.
Yeah.
Um,
Does that. So Steph works 10 to 8. So like she gets home and I'm ready to go to bed most of the time. And then she comes to bed a couple hours later because obviously she's not ready to go to bed when she gets home. I don't blame her. And then I just don't sleep well. And possibly as early as April 1st, we're going to 410s, which means I got to go to work an hour earlier, 6 in the morning.
man, you'll have 3 days off though.
I wish I could do 7 to 5:30, not 6 to 4:30. But they're all
4:30.
old people are like, oh, no, you can't do that. Brr. We
Oh,
want to
man.
get off for a good time. And I'm like, I don't want to get up at 4 in the morning anymore.
I've never worked. Well, I've never worked 10s in the morning. Yeah, I did, but fuck, it was like from 6. What time is that?
6 to 4:30.
6 to 4:30. Yeah, I guess Frontier was like that, but that wasn't so bad. Well, when I worked nights though, it was 1:30 to midnight.
Yeah.
And that was good because there's not traffic at 1:30 and there's not traffic at midnight, so it was awesome.
Yeah, I like that. Like when we were at SGS, we go in at 3 and leave at 11:30, and there was no traffic ever. It was beautiful. There could be like a truck on fire on 70, and you just like go in the left lane, 70 by it, like, yo, that truck's on fire. Now like a truck starts on fire and the whole city shuts down.
Yeah. Oh man, I drove home. It's been taking me, so a normal day to get to work is 40 to 60 minutes, probably 45, 50. If it snows, it's an hour. Just
Please.
50 to an hour and 10.
Yeah.
So I've been going to work on the interstate and driving home on the interstate. And sometimes we go, like I went 70 today.
Whoa! It's
in a
'cause no one
65
showed up to work.
for like 1 minute till I got behind a Prius, and that's all the faster they can go.
A Prius?
But I've been getting to work. The other day it took me like 28 minutes. Today it took like 30, and it snowed 6 inches yesterday, and it still only took 30 minutes.
We got that surprise snow. What was that? Thursday morning? They were like, oh, a dusty. And I woke up to 6 inches. I was like, fuh.
Yeah, it was big, fat, wet snow.
Yeah, it was crazy. And like, they only had a lane and a half open all the way to work. And then Steph drove her little Mazda. I had the truck, so I wasn't worried. I was like, I'll drive you to work, like, if you need it. She's like, oh, I'll be fine. She drove that little Mazda like a badass. I was like, you're crazy. I was in the Bison like, huh.
I don't know about this.
This is pretty serious. I should turn around and go get her. And she drove that little Mazda. I'm like, fuck yeah, you're a badass. I watched the guy in front of me spin out. He was like hauling ass going 65. So I let him, before I turned on the highway, I let him go by because I see he was hauling ass. Then like 2 miles north of the house, he just puts her right in the ditch. And I'm like, yeah, that's what you get, dummy. So I pulled up next to him and I slowed down and I was like, there was nobody out. I'm like, hey man, are you okay? And he's like, yeah, I'm good. You think you can help me out? And I'm like, no, this is all ice. You're just going to pull me into the ditch. Absolutely.
No.
He was in like a big 1-ton pickup, 2-wheel drive though. And I was in my little Bison and I'm like, this is all ice. All you're going to do is pull me into the ditch with you. If the road was just wet, yeah, no problem. But you wouldn't be in the ditch if the road was just wet. So he's like, oh, okay. I'm like, you called somebody? He's like, yeah, my buddy's, 10 minutes behind me. I said, okay, if you're good, I'll just leave you here. He's like, oh, yeah, I'm good, man. Have a good one. So I drove in, and I get to this road called Wildcat Canyon. It's an uphill grade, but it's not particularly steep. And I'm coming down it, and I see these marks in the road of a car that, lost momentum. And it was just in the road doing shit. And I'm like, oh, how did you run out of momentum there? What an idiot. And I go like another half mile down, and there's a pickup backing down this road. And I'm like, oh, Jesus Christ. So I just sit there, and I find a little spot where there's line of sight behind me, and I stop. And I just let him back down. And he gets turned around, gets onto the highway, because this little road merges into the highway right there on the edge of town. And he spins this thing around 3 more separate times before he gets like a quarter mile down the road. And I'm like, you should not be on the road today, dude. You just need to shut her down.
Wow.
I was like, fuck this noise. I got to get away from all these stupid people. And you think this late in the season, everybody would be like, oh, we know how to drive on snow. No. Idiots. The lot of them. Every one of them.
Are they as bad there as here?
I think they're worse. There's just not as many cars total, so they usually only take themselves out. I counted 3 cars that morning in the ditch. One person abandoned their car in the middle of a country road, like a fairly busy country road. There's just a car in the middle of it, parked, plows going around it. I'm like, you got to be shitting me, man. And then this morning I found 3 cars in the ditch too, 3 fresh cars.
Wow.
And I saw probably 5 sets of tracks coming home tonight of cars getting pulled out of the ditch. So I thought that was funny.
I've only seen like 1 accident this week.
Damn.
And it snowed like from starting to stick at noon or so all the way until like at night, like maybe early in the morning. Yeah. Because when I went outside, there was more snow on my truck than when I got home.
Yep. Yeah, I did it. Like, we went through the whole season, and now people are just being stupid again. I think people are just in general right now with the coronavirus and the food hoarding and everything else. They're all so freaked out about everything else, they can't even process driving.
I almost hit a guy this morning, and it was my fault. We were going downhill a little bit. Yeah. And there was a stoplight coming up, but it's not a real intersection stoplight. It's like a one like a T kind of intersection. And then this way goes into like a dealership's parking lot. So we just turned and we were going down this hill to the next light, and I'm looking at the light, and it's like 90% all the lights are packed with snow. Like I could just barely see a little bit of red peeking out of the top.
Yeah.
And I saw that and I was thinking, man, that's going to be hard to see if someone's got to stop here. And like right when I was thinking that, I looked down and the guy in front of me was stopping because it was red.
You were the guy mesmerized, like, wow, that's really
someone's
hard to see. Wow.
Man, someone's probably going to crash here. So I'm like, fuck. And I hit the brakes and it's kind of icy. It's not solid icy. So I'm pumping. I'm like,
The Dodge is like bucking and spitting.
Because it's locking them up. And every time it's sliding sideways to the right a little bit. And then I knew I was going to get stopped at that point. So I just locked them and just shh. I could have probably bailed into the curb and got, if I could have turned.
Yeah.
But I mean, that would have been my bad.
You stop all sideways, and you're like, nobody saw that, right? Yeah.
Well, the guys behind me saw it. I looked in the mirror and they were seeing me like slide.
And like, oh shit! Good thing there's not another Dodge in his way and end the world.
Oh yeah, no, that's what can stop coronavirus is 2 Dodges.
That would also cause a black hole and
Yeah.
sun to go out and be sucked into the black hole, and it'd be the end of the Big Bang, I think, if 2 Dodges.
It's like when two physical objects try to occupy the same space.
Yeah, you create black matter and cold fusion and all that.
Creates a void out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It'd just be like a black hole. What happened? I don't know. I was driving my Dodge, and now they're both gone.
And I saw another Dodge.
I think
man. I'm going to be driving that truck till like next April.
Yeah. Hey, at least it's a Dodge, man. You can put fucking hot piss in it and it will probably run.
I put like 80 to 90% used motor oil in that thing once, and it ran.
You did that for a while, and then I think on your second lift pump, you were like, yeah, this is stupid. I'm going to stop.
The fuel filter went right away.
Yeah.
And then I got a lift pump. Yeah, and then I ended up leaving there. I paid him like half the price of that thing to get it because he had a Dodge too. So
I remember all the blue smoke that came out of that fucking thing when you did it too. I was like, that can't be healthy. You're it's not the turbo, it's the fuel I'm burning. Oh.
It smelled like straight used old motor oil was the exhaust.
It smelled like the turbo had gone bad and you were just dumping oil into the engine. But you weren't. You were, but you weren't dumping it out of the turbo.
I'm wondering about that because that thing's got at least 250,000 on it, if not 300 or more.
More, yeah.
I'm going to call it at least 300. And I've noticed in the morning when I've got it running for a few minutes and then I back up, as I'm backing up and just giving it a tiny bit of gas and I'm backing off to the right and the exhaust is on the right, I can see it looks blue to me, the smoke.
I'm sure there's a little blue smoke.
But it has also been idling for a while. And then when I get moving,
cold,
and like at a stop light, and then I take off, it's not blue anymore.
Yeah, I'm sure that's just from idling and being cold, and that's pretty normal for a Cummins, an old Cummins like that.
Well, the emissions guy said it passed with numbers way better than that year a truck should have. So, I guess.
That old Illinois farm truck, self-healing Dodge, tell you what.
Dang Dodge right there, man.
Dang old Dodge, tell you what.
I feel like I'm getting on it kind of hard, though, and I'm trying not to because
that poor
the traffic around here wants to go like right away, and it takes it a while to get to build up the speed to get going, like the transmission to catch up to the engine.
Yeah.
So I kind of step on it kind of hard to get her going, and then it takes a little bit for it to catch up, and then I'm off of it completely.
Yep.
But sometimes I'm getting, I don't know, I'm just being paranoid, thinking I'm getting into too much boost when I don't need to or when it's too cold.
Grandma, drive it or drive it like you stole it. You've been driving it like you stole it for how many years?
20?
That you've been
Well,
driving.
actually, I wasn't 16 when my dad got it. 2000. How old was I in 2000? I was 15.
Yeah, you were almost 16.
Hell, I've been driving that truck for 19 years.
I drove that truck. That truck's awesome. Love that truck.
And the suspension's all factory, except I just put shocks on it.
Yeah, it's solid, solid suspension. Don't worry.
Oh, I got it. Something that was kind of funny. I thought I had to go to the bank, and I drove up to the front, and there they had a sign out there that said "Drive through and ATM only." So I pulled up to the drive-through in my truck, and I'm like, "Man, I can't go to the first one because the hole that you put stuff in is too low, and it's like it's too loud. You can't hear them, and they can't hear you." And then third, I don't trust my window to come back up. I put it down the other day when it was hot, and I tested. I put it down, up, down, up, down, up, and I'm like, oh, cool. So I put it down. I got home and it wouldn't go up. So I pulled the door panel back and beat on the motor the best I could, and it went up. So I didn't want to do that. So I'm like, all right, well, crap. And it's blizzarding. It's like snowing as I'm pulling up to the bank. So I get my stuff and I get out and I walked up to the window. And the ladies in there weren't even paying attention. I'm just like walking around and they didn't see me. And then I finally found the button. It was kind of underneath. And I pushed the button and the lady's just like, and I'm standing there at the drive-thru. And she came up there and I was just like, my window's broken.
You don't want me bringing the Dodge through here. You're going to need a new bank.
She kind of looked at me and then looked at the truck. And yeah. So
like, I hear banjo.
We got it done. I made my deposit and got the hell out of there.
Oh, man. I don't know. That's all I got. There's nothing good going on right now. It's all bad.
All right. I'll tell you the funniest thing I heard today, and it's because I said it, and I thought it was funny. So there's guys doing the roof on the shop. Literally, it's a bunch of Mexicans.
Yeah.
Nothing racial about it. That's what it is.
Most roofing crews these days are. Yeah.
So they're doing the whole roof, and they told me it's going to cost $250,000 to do this roof. Jesus. So they're working on that. So anyway, they got this like United Rentals. I guess it's like a forklift kind of, but it's got a big arm on it that you can extend and
the telehandler.
Telehandle. Okay.
Telehandler.
Yes, that's what it is. It's got two forks.
Yep. And it's got a big boom that goes up and down, kind of like a crane, and then it extends in and out.
Yeah, it goes all the way up to the roof.
Yep. Telehandler.
So they got one of those, and they got a porta potty, and they've been keeping that stuff in our fenced off, gated off area in the back, but they're going to come in tomorrow and work on it, and that gate won't be open. So they left it out in the parking lot with the porta potty in the bucket way up in the air.
Yeah.
And so they can get to it tomorrow, so it's not fenced off. Plus there's an alarm back there too.
Yep.
So they had it way up in the air, and then another guy I worked with is like, yeah, it's a good thing they did that. If they didn't, that place would be full of bums in the morning because all those guys sleeping out behind the place.
Yeah.
And I was clocking out, and I was just like, that's a poor joke. Yeah. So
don't worry. 6 months, you and I will be sleeping in a porta john, so it'll be okay.
That's the funniest thing I heard this week, and I said it.
That's pretty good. I like it.
Laura
hates on that fine high note because I can't think of anything better right now.
Laura hates my puns. I think they're funny. No, well, not necessarily mine. I think puns are super funny. Yeah, that's all I got. That's all I got too. I'm kind of just rambling now.
Yeah, everybody, we should leave folks with a good message. Everybody, keep your heads up, stay inside, wash your dirty dick beaters. Don't go in public if you don't have to. Just stay home and hang out with your family and catch up on all the things we always say. Oh man, if I just had an extra week off. Here's your extra week off. 2 weeks.
I think I would go when I was looking at those colleges. They gave me a link to free classes. Actually, I'll link to that if anyone wants to do it. Maybe you can learn something. There's computer programming. There's nutrition. That's all I remember.
There's all sorts of stuff. There's all sorts of videos on YouTube. Like, we're just bullshitting, but there's actually people who use YouTube to like teach and learn and grow and volunteer if you can. Keep positive attitude. Keep a good schedule. They say that helps a lot. Get up at a good time. Don't lay in bed all day and rest.
Don't stay up late like me.
Don't do that. Reach out if you need stuff.
If you don't get enough sleep, you'll get dementia and Alzheimer's.
Is that what happens?
That's why I'm like, man, I need to get my sleep because it's really bad for your brain.
Yep.
What was I gonna say?
I don't know.
Oh crap! I was gonna say something.
It's okay. Go to sleep.
Okay, fine.
Good night.
All right. Well, good luck with that.
Good luck with that, everybody. We'll see you here next week on Wednesday. Hope you liked our video. Don't forget to subscribe, give us a thumbs up, share, tell your friends. Corey did something called Patreon.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is, but
if you want to support the show, click the Patreon link below. It's kind of a thing where you can donate once or per month, like reoccurring. I have, not that anyone that listens to this is interested, but I have a private Ark Survival Evolved server, and it's private. It's password protected, but it's $5 a month. If you do that, then you can come and play on there with me and Laura.
Cool.
Fuck, I forgot what else I was gonna say. We should have Ryan Beasley next weekend. I asked him. He's one of Chad's friends that he brought over to Frontier, who is now my friend, and we used to do a lot of gaming and stuff when he moved to Arizona. We still played online sometimes. But he just had a whole bunch of bad stuff happen to him, and I think he could use someone to talk to. And I told him, yeah, come on here, talk to us. We'll tell us what's going on. He was going to come tonight, but he's out of town for something, so he said he'll try to do it next weekend.
All right. Well,
and we'll still work on getting the guys from school. So you guys contact us because we're working and worrying about coronavirus and all that crap, and we don't remember to get a hold of you. So you guys get a hold of us.
Me or Corey get laid off this week, we'll start reaching out and finding people too.
Yeah, well, yeah, especially if we're not working, then we'll be all over everybody. Hey, let's record now. We'll record like 5 of these a day.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Nothing else to do. So.
Yep.
So good luck with all that stuff too. And we'll see you next time.
Think positive, think good thoughts. You're not going to get sick. If you do get sick, you're not even going to die. So don't worry about it. Y'all be okay.
Oh, I remember one thing I was going to say. With me just waking up and eating breakfast and going to work and working and coming home, if I didn't have the internet, YouTube and crap to look at, I wouldn't even know this is going on, other than I'd be like, where's all the traffic?
Yeah.
And where's all the toilet paper? But other than that, like my normal day going from home to work and back, there's nothing. There's nothing different.
Yeah. Don't let it dominate your life. We're going to be good. Everybody's going to be good. Hang in there. We'll get through this together like we always do. Make the most of it. Make the best of it. Drink some beer.
Support your local brewery.
Support some brewers, some breweries, some restaurants, your friends.
Local businesses.
Take care of yourselves, and see you back here in a week. Cheers.
See you next time.